I've done this after each playoff round in the NFL, and now that the NFL is concluded, it's playoff season and it's playing season. The top 5 storylines to come out of Super Bowl 57. Number 5 on the list is, in my estimation, you have already said it yesterday, Chris, about the town where the Super Bowl is being heading to next. The Chiefs are a worthy choice to repeat. They certainly are. I truly believe this is set up for next year. And part of the reason why is not just the kid on the screen and Patrick Mahomes. The offensive line that Brett Veach hit after they lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers did its job. 0 sacks of Mahomes, a proverbial sitting duck with that ankle. They had a better run production, the Chiefs did, than the Eagles. And the back end of the defense that they fixed last year through the draft with 5 defensive rookies. I know that they got picked apart by Hurts and Brown and Devontae Smith, but how many teams didn't? Number one. Number two, they're going to get better. They won the ring, and they're going to actually come back better. And then on top of it, I know you texted me DeAndre Hopkins talking about Patrick Mahomes on Twitter yesterday with the googly eyes.
I was like, please no.
People are going to want to play for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're going to want to take a discount. They're going to go ring hunting. Mm-hmm. They're going to go ring hunting. Not saying that DeAndre Hopkins is going to have the opportunity to do it, but a lot of people are going to look at Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, okay. You went there, and that's what happened. Marquez Valdez, you went there, and that's what happened. It's coming.
And someone's going to go, I'm better than those two.
Why wouldn't they want to go play for the Chiefs if they have an opportunity for less
Especially
years,
if you've
maybe
established
less
yourself
money?
already? Yeah.
Maybe so. Number 4 on the list is Andy Reid has 100% turned into a consensus all-time great. A lot of detractors coming out of Philadelphia, and understand why. Didn't have a ring. But all I could think of at the end of this Super Bowl was the main gripe about Andy Reid coming out of Philadelphia after 14 remarkable seasons there. Couldn't win the big one, had trouble with clock management. He won this second big one here, and part of the reason why is he saw the advantage that he had with that defensive holding call, did the clock management in his head, and nailed it perfectly. Jerick McKinnon sliding down. The word got out from the sideline, do not score. Let's make them burn their last time out. Let's get Mahomes kind of running around before taking knees. Let's take it down to about 10 seconds. Let's get the butt kicker out there. Let's end it. That's the sort of stuff that he didn't do in Philadelphia like ever, it felt like. And then, of course, you give him that week. We all saw that, the bye week stuff for Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Coming out of the locker room, there's no question this guy is dialing things up. You know when you play him, he's got something cooked up for you now. He is a consensus all-time great. There's nobody can out there and sit there and throw darts at his dartboard anymore. Number 3 on the list, coming out of the Super Bowl for top storylines, is officiating, in fact, is not, never been better. The officiating is not, in fact, never been better. I don't like the flag. I just don't like it. I saw what we saw. I just wish we didn't have that afterwards. And then the playoff season. I mean, Pereira himself even said, just kept getting in your way. Yeah. And I do understand how Roger Goodell, when he's asked this question at a press conference, is not going to sit here and say, yeah, it stunk. And he also did say, I do understand in his answer, the full context of his answer was, there's millions of plays in an NFL season, and penalties can be called on millions of them, and we drill down to get most of them right. It's never going to be perfect. I think it's never been better. I think the rest of the world disagrees.
Give me Sky Judge.
I think they got to work on that and figure out what should Sky Judge be and when it should be used. But that is definitely a storyline coming out of the Super Bowl, number 3. Number 2 storyline coming out of the Super Bowl 57 is Jalen Hurts has cemented his superstar status. This guy should be on the cover of Madden. I'd be stunned if he's not.
Good call.
He's about to get paid. He should get paid. Like Jalen Hurts he has earned these accolades that only superstar quarterbacks get. I know he wasn't the MVP of the league, and I know he could have been the MVP of the Super Bowl. By the way, your boy Coop, my 11-year-old, I had not seen him because, I got home late. I left early yesterday. First time I saw him since coming home from the Super Bowl. He goes, Dad, how come Jalen Hurts couldn't be MVP of the Super Bowl even though they lost? He goes, I'm like, well, they don't really do that, Coop. And he goes, why? He said, why not? He was the best player on the field. You could really make that case. And I'm like, are you talking to Brockman again behind my back? Because that was one of his overreaction Monday statements. Superstar status cemented. And I think he's going to get the contract on top of it to cement it. Number one on this list is, you know where I'm going. Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL. He is the face of the NFL. The previous MVP of the league is going into darkness for 4 days. Didn't even make the playoffs. Tom Brady is retired for good. I get it about Burrow. I love him just as much as anybody else. I know Dak is the Walter Payton Man of the Year and the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There is no doubt who the face of the NFL is, and remarkably, it is a face of color. And it is a landmark moment for this league, and it is remarkable what he has done and how he carries himself. Damian Lillard came on NFL Game Day morning, called him the Steph Curry of the NFL, and he is spot on about it. The face of the National Football League today and for years to come is Patrick Mahomes. 2 Super Bowl wins, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, 5 straight championship game appearances, and he's not even 28 years old. Those are the top 5 storylines to come out of.
One more. All right,
one last one. As you know, Super Bowls are all about, unfortunately, the end of a long run for some people. I hope it is not the end of a long run, say, for instance, Jason Kelce. I'd love to see him back. You also know that you look around a locker room after spending a long time with someone, and you wonder, are we ever going to see this person again? And it's always tough for that moment, certainly when you know you're saying goodbye to someone after a Super Bowl. And my last Super Bowl storyline is my Einstein bit sadly appears to be kaput. Appears to be finally kaput. I don't know. I look around the locker room and I'm looking at Einstein and I'm wondering, are we going to see him again?
Is it over?
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Einstein again. I would counsel Verizon to pay Paul Giamatti whatever he wants. I'd say get him for more than just one day so he gets some more variety out of it.
Right.
But I do have to tell you, at a party this weekend, Chris, somebody came up to me and said to me,
oh gosh,
that he really enjoys when I keep at it with the Einstein bit because he particularly enjoys you rolling your eyes knowing that it's coming.
Well,
brilliant! It is.
Not brilliant.
He did say to me,
it is beyond
he thought
kaput.
The bit was, and he said that word. Brilliant! He said it like that, too. And I thought to myself, do we FaceTime Chris right now? Those are my top storylines to come out of Super Bowl 57.
You gotta move on.
I don't plan on it.
Ryan.
How dare you? Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.